All right, so here we are. Finally found a place to stop. Pretty happy about where I am. I'll flip around and show you that here in a minute, but I wanted to get this done. So we started today uh, way up here in Palmo Cove. Took off from the ramp and then headed south upstream to St. John's. Checked out a little spot here, something that I saw interesting. That got a picture of that. Apparently I drove right over a wreck. Didn't even know it. This boat drafts so little that didn't even register in my mind. So yeah, we came down, kind of passed through. We saw Seminole Power. These were those stacks were. And then some more stacks over here. This is Palatka. Passed under the bridge. And then continued upstream to St. John's. Came through this way. And then finally we got into the barge canal. So then stopped, took a few pictures. And then right about here, you can see things got a little crazy. That's where we had to stop and take some time. And ended up having to call the lock to try and get in to get through. The schedules posted was 1:15 was to open from St. John's to Rodman Reservoir, but 1:15 came and it was probably about 1:20, and I was like, well, I wonder if they're going to open it or not. So I called them, and the guy told me they were fixing a valve, so they sent me through. And then on the other side, there were some other people waiting to get in. So we came back down, crossed the Rodman Reservoir, and it's pretty much a straight shot until right about here. And this is really where you start to hit the old Ocklawaha channel, is what the river channel. It's the original riverbed before all of this was flooded. So then we continue down, and I mean, this stuff is fun. It's curvy, it's back and forth. You're fighting with lily pads and tree stumps and all kinds of stuff. It's a good time. So I stopped there and made another little video and kind of continued on. This part, I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure this was where I lost the markers, and it's a straight shot through there. I've done that at least twice now, 3 times now. So I know it's a good route. And then you start getting down into here, and all this kind of turns into it's kind of like a flooded river area. You lose kind of sight of the banks, and it's back and forth, and it cuts across, and then there's some cleared area where the barge canal is. And then I continue to fight. I say fight. Just kind of slide around through the swamps to get back into here. And then right around about here, this is Eureka. This is where it really starts to turn into what would be the original Ocklawaha. And there's a lock and dam system here that was part of the old barge canal, and it's pretty impressive structure. To be honest with you, and I've checked it out before. I didn't check it out today because I was trying to get this goal done, but it's identical to the Buckman Lock, but to have that thing just sitting out there and be completely useless. I mean, it's dry on one side, on the side that you can get to. I have not gone and checked it out from land, but it is a pretty cool engineering feat to check out if you ever get the opportunity to come over here. So then I continued down and motored my way up. A lot of this area is, I want to say that they're strainers or log jams or whatever you want to call them. Just kind of depends on where you're from. There's a lot, and I know I can get through. I've marked a lot of them, but it's a continuous. You may be able to go 50 yards, and then you may be able to go 300 or 400 yards. So having them marked has saved a lot of time. I haven't been able to go as quick as I wanted to because the water is not clear like it was, and I kind of thought that might happen. I had been keeping an eye on the gate opening at what's that, Moss Bluff. So the gate opening at Moss Bluff, which is upstream of the Silver River, that gate opening really kind of sets the water clarity level for the rest of the Ocklawaha. And if you've got any kind of inundation from the lakes upstream of Moss Bluff, and they need to dump some water, that's Moss Bluff is the control for that. So now we've come, now that we're in the Ocklawaha, it's not as clear as it was. So I am kind of having to, you know, pay attention and be a little more careful and really kind of respect my waypoints. And then, yeah, so been kind of slow going a little bit, not as fast as I wanted to. I was hoping to try and get to Silver Springs, which is, as you can see, you know, with these rings, probably another 4 miles. Yeah. So I didn't make it there, but there's always tomorrow. And so I'm gonna stop this one, and I'll start up another video, and I'll show you what I've got for a setup.